Hi YouTube. So this is what it takes apparently to do the valve adjustment on a Yamaha R6. I've tried doing it originally with the radiator in, and as you can see, that worked out fantastically. So I decided screw it, took it all out, mainly because when I went to move this coolant pipe, it chewed up at the fitting because I was stupid. So I have now gotten to the point where I'm just started to do the intake valve, and what I have here are tappet feeler gauges, and it's a real fun job because you have to squeeze in over here. This one's the easy side, so I'm taping that for you, but basically, sorry, my camera work is not stellar, but basically you take the feeler gauge and you, this isn't going to work easy. Let's see if I can get a shot. No, that's pipe. There we are. So here's the feeler gauge, if you can see it. And right there where I'm pointing at is the intake valve cam. Underneath it's the tappet, and or the bucket with the shim. And basically, I'm not going to be able to do this easily, hang on. Basically it goes underneath, and you push gently, and if it goes in, it's good. If not, like that one didn't, then it's a smaller gap than, let's see here, what is this? Not going to be easy to see it, but 0.005 or 152 millimeters. So basically, while I have this all torn up, I managed to get my new battery foam cut and fitted, but during that whole genius attempt, I actually blew the fuse for the positive, so I had to go up to Wally World and get replacement. The other thing I have is, since I'm doing valve adjustment, I'm going to replace the cam chain tensioner, which is notoriously bad on these. Now, I don't necessarily, I noticed a little tick. It kind of does, it's quiet when I start it and idle it, but as it gets up to like 130, 140, then the ticking starts, and then when it gets to like 180, it stops. It's not very loud. I know there's a Yami tick, which is just part of having a Yamaha, but I figured this thing's now, what, 12 years old. It's probably time, and that's one easier part to replace. The other thing I have is I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to replace the clutch springs for something a little bit stronger, because I think I'm noticing a little bit of slippage at the higher end of the power band, so figured why not. I think the clutches are still okay, the plates, so I don't need to replace them. I'll take a look at it when I yank off the cover, but I think it's the stronger springs are going to help. But so far, everything's been, you know, as it could be. When I first got this bike, I would never consider ripping everything off of it and started working. But like you hear a lot of times, you know, the more you delve into it, the more you look up stuff online, it's been just makes you more comfortable. It's a lot easier to get into it. And I will say the R6 forums have been fantastically helpful, even though half of the time the pictures are gone because it's too old, and the pictures have expired from, or they've taken down from wherever they're hosted. But as you can see here, I'll just point out, this is the carbs I pulled, but I didn't disconnect, so they're just sitting a little bit out of the way, which is more than enough. The biggest pain in the ass really so far was getting the valve cover off, or the cam cover off, because it didn't want to come up and out of there. That's actually part of the reason why I first took off the fan, got it off, and then had I decided to do it right, I would have just taken off of the radiator and called it a day, because it has just been the added pain in the ass I didn't want. But yeah, I would say overall it's a learning experience, and after I finish doing the adjustment, I'll find out if I need to run over to my shop and get change out the shims, which will be a whole nother animal. But so far they're in spec, so I'll take that with a grain of salt. So thanks for watching.